Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do my very first impression, and it's going to be on the new CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous foundation. I know it's been a second since I have filmed. I have had a super busy month. I still went back to work full-time as a server, and I also went on vacation with my family, hence why I'm pretty tan, and my boyfriend was in town. But my vacation is over, I am still working, and my boyfriend has now gone back to Utah for football. So I'm all yours. So I went to Target this morning and I picked up this foundation. Since I did get a little bit more tan, I needed a new foundation anyways, and I have heard pretty good things about this. Kathleen Lights was wearing it in her May favorites video, so I hurried and picked it up because I needed a new one anyways. I got the shade 855 Soft Honey. It's a little bit darker than my normal beige shade because I am a bit more tan. And it says that it gives skin even coverage and a natural glow that lasts all day. It's a natural glow foundation, and it doesn't say it has SPF in it. Personally, I don't like SPF foundations because when I take pictures, it flashes so bad. Especially with my darker skin tone, I feel like it flashes even more. So I'm really glad that this doesn't have it in it. So I am first going to prime my face with my Mirabella face primer. I find that this one doesn't dry my skin out. I did get a little bit burned, so my face is a little bit more on the dry side right now. So the first thing I love about this foundation is the pump. It is the exact same bottle as my CoverGirl 3-in-1 foundation, which is probably my favorite, but that one does have SPF in it. So I do find in the summertime when I'm out at night, it flashes really bad. But I love the coverage, so I continue to use it anyways. To apply it, I'm just going to use my round top kabuki. It is a little bit dirty, I know. Shame on me, right? I'll do half my face and then I'll leave the other half blank just to see the difference. I do have a blemish on this side of my face. I've been trying not to pick at it and I've been doing a really good job, but it just takes forever to heal on me. But other than that, my skin's been pretty clear, luckily. So let's get started with the demo. Might be a little bit light, but nothing that a bronzer honestly wouldn't fix for me. It looks like it's more of a light coverage, which is okay with me. I don't do a lot of full coverage, especially in the summertime. I find that it just cakes on my face really bad, and when I sweat, it just comes off. So what's the point? Actually, this color seems to work pretty well. I tend to be a bit more yellow. And I found a lot of drugstore foundations don't really come in yellow. You guys can hear the rain. Can you hear the rain? I do live in Washington, so I mean. It's a really natural finish, which is nice. It's not too matte and it's not too dewy. It hasn't stuck to any of my dry spots yet, which is really surprising. I mean, being freaking burnt sucks. I'm actually really impressed with this. I really like this foundation. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it. I feel like 2 coats are gonna be good for those of you who like a more medium coverage, especially for the summertime. And I also found that I should try and break the bottle. And I also found that it was easier, I got a better color payoff when I put it on the back of my hand and put it on my face before I put it on the brush. I thought that it covered a lot better. Alright, so my whole face is covered in foundation and I love it. I love it a lot. I find that it gives me a pretty natural finish, which is great. And I wouldn't say my face is like bright or glowy or whatever, but it's definitely more of a dewy finish, which I'm actually leaning towards lately, which kind of is weird for me because I'm normally super matte, but there was like a week where I was so matte I looked powdery all the time and I really hated it. So I'm now going for the more natural glow, and I think that this foundation really does it. I really like the finish. I will say that it's a little tacky to the touch, which is okay for me because I do powder my face anyways, so that'll set the foundation regardless. But other than that, I really like it. I would say that it's more of a medium coverage, if you build it up too much, it's gonna get too cakey. It did a decent job at covering the one blemish on my face, but I'm also not a really self-conscious person, so I really don't care if people are like, oh my god, she has it on her face. Everybody gets whatever, so I really don't care. You can also see some of my freckles on my face peeking through, which again is fine because it doesn't say it's like a full coverage flawless face foundation. It is a natural glow, natural finish foundation, which I think it does exactly what it says it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a thumbs up, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup and then I will be back. Alright, so my makeup is done. I just did a really easy bronze eye. I just have a couple things to do. I gotta go take my dog to get a bath and stuff and just, you know, random stuff. But I love this foundation. I think it is a perfect summer foundation, especially for those of you who are dry and don't like a matte finish. I will say make sure you exfoliate though before you use it, because I do think that it could cling to some dry areas, especially like you get sunburn and stuff like that, since the hotter months are coming up. It was $9.79 I believe when I bought it at Target this morning, and I think it's a pretty good price for what it says it does. I don't think that it's really a dupe for anything that I personally have in my foundation collection. I have tried the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and I mean, for 65 bucks you're gonna get, I think, what you would get for 65 bucks, but that's just not in my price range. I really enjoyed it, but I think that I actually like this one more, honestly. I think that it does a bit more of, I think what it says it does, honestly. It's more of a natural glow. I feel like the Armani Luminous Silk is more of an evident glow. I will say that it does stay a bit tacky on the skin, which is okay for me. I powder pretty regularly, so it wouldn't bother me. For those of you who don't necessarily use powder a lot of the day, then it might bother you. But I mean, try it out for yourself and see if you think it's tacky or not. I would definitely recommend this for those of you who like the more natural looks. I like a natural finish. I don't like a really full coverage, which is great. I mean, I have a scar on my face right here and it didn't cover the scar, so that's okay for me. I would definitely say light to medium coverage. If you build it up too much, it's gonna get too cakey on you. I don't think that it's super buildable. It can go from really sheer to a medium coverage. I would not go full coverage with this foundation at all. So I will definitely be reaching for this summer. I really enjoyed it. Love the bottle, love the pump. God, every freaking foundation needs a goddamn pump. Anybody who's watching this who works for a makeup company, please put foundation pumps on the foundation bottles. It just makes life easier. Like, who wants, you know, the True Match bottle with the little, like, what? Like, what? But my first impression of this, I'm gonna say I love it. It is currently 2:01 in the afternoon, which reminds me I need to hurry and go get my dog. And I will try and check back with you later.